All right. I've got someone else here with me. This is Silorien. How you doing, Silorien?
Good, how are you?
Now, what is your official title here with DDO?
So, I most recently staff software engineer.
And that means things like what? Game platform and all the rest?
Yeah, basically anything engineering, game platform, lots of UI work lately, um, AI, just really anything.
Yeah. So, for example, I also happen to know, and I'm saying this because I know Jeff Hanna would be very, very interested to know, you are the person who fixed the mouse wheel bug.
Fix the what? I'm sorry?
The mouse wheel bug.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I fixed a lot of the UI related oddness that was going on. I think one thing would keep you from being able to click on dialog boxes. This is going a little ways back. I'm starting to forget everything, but yeah, the mouse scroll wheel lock, some of the other things like that. There were 4 or 5 I think that recently got fixed.
You also have done a lot of work with like ingredients bags over the years. I know both to positive effect and troubling effect. Hireling AI, I know, has been a bit of a thorn in your side for a long time.
That's a system that has needed a lot of work for years and years and years, and it's a huge system. Just so many moving parts to it. It's a very complicated thing to do well. And I hope that my recent work has shown some improvement in that area.
You also go back to Turbine a pretty long ways. When did you get your start at Turbine?
Officially started November 1st, 2008.
2008, okay. And do you remember, was it for DDO?
No, I started on the game platform engine group, which did work for both DDO and Lotro simultaneously.
All right, and game platform is, I guess, what people might say in the community, the launcher folks, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like launcher and general, server infrastructure, game world, that kind of thing?
The majority of it was actually looking at game client crashes, game server crashes, any new engine level tech that needed to go into the game. We would take a look at that, and that included the launcher as well. Store stuff.
I have a question from Noble Pirate on the forums. Are you the person to ask about fixing ladder bugs? Would you fix a ladder bug? Is that your job?
Not really. So those tend to be a case-by-case basis. More often than not, it's content. The ladder doesn't reach all the way down to the floor, or for some reason it's too close to the wall that it's on or something like that, and the ladder just doesn't work well. But it really is a case-by-case basis.
So what kind of skill set do you use being an engineer on DDO?
Well, I really work mostly in C++, plus we have our own proprietary scripting language. Just really any object-oriented concepts, anything like that. I mean, there's nothing terribly special about what we do here programming-wise. I don't know. That's about it. I mean, I recently really started doing a lot of UI-related work for DDO and Lotro.
Yep.
So kind of getting into that.
Someone's asking a technical question as well, Papa Dragon 3309. What is Osomium and what does it do? Do you have the answer to that? Can you answer that?
Osomium was a company. I don't think they actually exist anymore. That provided the interaction for our store, so they handled the transactions and whatnot on the store side. We upload our catalog of items to them, and they handle the transactions. We are no longer using Osomium. We have switched to a company called Exola now.
And as a matter of fact, in Update 30 here on Monday, we're going to be getting rid of things like the old, remnants of the MyDDO browser and things like that as part of an effort to really get rid of Osomium and the few places where it still needs to be in the game happens on demand rather than, say, being, I guess, just sort of constantly present.
Yeah, so our embedded browser is still going to be called Osmium, if I'm not mistaken. I could be confused about how this is all actually working. This is a very much a game platform thing, which I have not been a member of for a long time.
Yeah.
But our in-game browser, for every object in the game that needed browser type activity, you would probably see an Osmium instance for, and we are removing a lot of those instances, and so you should see significantly fewer Osmium instances in your task manager.
Right. I also happen to know, and I'm going to say this just because I'm putting some people on the spot, you have done some exploit work over the years. It is not uncommon that when we run into an exploit in DDO, you are one of the guys who has to like, you need to figure out what they're doing and how to fix it.
Right. So yeah, you can blame me if I've closed out an exploit that you used to use. I think we killed over the past year probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 10 exploits. So if that's a good thing for you, I'm glad to have helped. But
you can both thank him and blame him. Right. All right. Well, thanks very much for stopping by. Anything else you kind of want to add?
No. I just I was actually told they said over here, make sure you mention that you're the guy that added the individual volume control.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So you helped do. So what did that take? Because I mean, that's been a request in the community for, pretty close to a decade here.
That has, it's actually been on my plate for probably, embarrassingly, 5 or 6 years, and I just recently dug into some of that layer trying to fix a different problem, and while I was there, I went ahead and did the work, and I apologize. It's probably something I should have done a long time ago, and it ended up being a pretty easy thing to do, actually.
Oh, nice. One of those things when you actually get down to it, it's like, oh, okay, that wasn't that bad after all.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure it was more than just pushing the make it work button that I keep talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, he has a really big make it work button, so he pushes that button to make it work over and over.
Yep.
That's how coding works.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks, Johnny. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for playing.
You bet. Thanks. All right. What am I going to do?